John's been hit. He holds his bleeding ear. That must have been a sniper. They're trying to pick off him and his men from a distance.
Commander.
A voice calls from below.
John!
Sam is yelling up to John, sounding worried.
They reached the wall. They're planning a bomb. They are going to breach us.
Feeling a sense of duty to protect his men, John stops worrying about his ear. There are bigger things to worry about than that right now. He slides down the ladder, back to the bottom of the outpost. Sam stands at the bottom with her shotgun.
We'll blast them if they try and come inside, sir.
She says, trying to sound brave and hide her fear. Good. Turn over that table for cover and be ready to shoot, John commands. He runs up the stairs, back to his room, and pulls out a filing cabinet to use as cover from the top of the stairs. This way, he will have a height advantage. John reloads his rifle and detaches the scope. It wouldn't help much at this range. The Queen's soldiers have planted an IED on the wooden wall. They are able to detonate it by calling a phone that they have connected to the bomb. A ringtone sounds. It's pretty cheesy. A loud explosion tears through the wooden wall and leaves a large hole where several people could run through. The first of the Karenites storms through the hole, blindly firing his AK into the outpost at full auto. Sam fires her shotgun through their gut, exploding blood and guts into the wall behind them. One man pokes his head round the corner, looking to take a more accurate shot at somebody. Before the man takes a shot, John fires a shot from his rifle through the man's head. As he cocks his rifle for another shot, two more men storm the base. The one in front fires his M4 towards Sam's location. John hears a yell. Sam's been hit. He fires his rifle into the man's chest, and he falls to the ground. The man behind him is wielding two pistols and begins firing both of them at John. John takes cover behind his filing cabinet, unable to move. He hears footsteps as the man starts climbing the stairs towards John. John grabs a hold of his Glock as he kicks the filing cabinet down the stairs. When he hears the man groan from the cabinet hitting him, John sits up and begins rapidly firing into the man's head, making sure he won't get up. John takes a moment to breathe as he sits on the top of the stairs. Just a moment later, another group of Karenites storm the hole. This is bad. There's not much more John can do. He's sitting on his ass, no cover, and only half a magazine in his pistol. Despite the odds, John opens fire, landing solid hits in the chests of two of the Karenites. His gun clicks. No more bullets. One of the Karenites aims his rifle to shoot John. I hope Sam's not dead, he thinks to himself. As the man takes aim, one of the fallen Karenites grabs him and bites on his upper leg. They always turn if they don't die from a headshot. Another Karenite stands at the hole in the wall and takes aim towards John, when a zombie from outside tackles him to the ground and starts biting his upper left arm. Realizing that he might actually not die right now, John quickly loads another magazine into his pistol and begins mopping up what's left of this attack. Fresh zombies are always pretty dumb, but things can get out of hand quickly if we let too many people turn. Better aim just for the head now. He headshots the first Karenite, who got bit on the leg, and then the zombie chewing on him. He then shoots the Karenite who is on the ground, getting his arm chewed up. The zombie biting him looks up at John. John puts him down too. The man who Sam shot through the gut earlier now opens his empty white eyes. John shoots him before he gets back up. The other two Karenites he shot are moaning on the ground, Not dead yet, but soon will be. He shoots them both in the head too. Looks clear for now. "They're retreating!" calls one of his men from the wall. John looks over the outpost. Most of his men are dead, lying on the ground or on platforms, shot through the head. 2 men are still on the platform, shooting at the fleeing Karenites. 1 man is still taking cover, too scared to shoot. Maybe the snipers are still out there. He quickly gets to his feet and looks down from his stairs to check if Sam is okay. She sits up from her cover, now that the enemies are retreating. She's clutching her arm. She's been shot, but not badly. John is relieved. "Everyone okay?" John calls.
I'm okay. It's nothing serious.
One of the men at the wall reloads his AK as he talks. "Most of the men are dead, sir. We'd better radio for backup." The men continue firing single rounds, picking off any of the Karenites that turned. Better get on the radio, John thinks to himself. Sam needs to be medevaced, and that hole in the wall will need fixing. Before John gets a chance to speak to the radio up, a whistling sound rings through the air, followed by a large explosion, about 100 meters from the base. The artillery gun. We had heard rumors that they have one, but no one in the outpost had ever seen it being used, so it was always just a rumor. Everyone in the base is stunned. It's real. But that shot was pretty far out. Another shot whistles through the air, this one much louder and closer, maybe 20 or 30 meters away. There is nothing John has to counter this kind of attack. Nothing he can do about it. Those bastards. If they can't take this place from us, then they'll just blow it up with us inside. John can't help but feel a little complimented by this barrage. They must have a limited number of these shells, so for them to spend all of these resources on him, it's quite a compliment as a warrior.
They're zeroing in on us!
Sam yells. A third shell whistles and lands on the right side of the base, exploding the wall. John hears a yell as one of the men is hit by a piece of shrapnel. John ducks, hoping not to be hit by anything. One more shell whistles and lands just next to where the hole in the wall is, right on top of one of the men. John is hit. A thick chunk of wood flies into his gut. He starts to feel a little dizzy, like he might pass out. Another shell lands, and a piece of wood slams right into his head, knocking him out cold.